Hello everyone, just another preview of the point cloud engine community. This should be the week we get it out the door. I'm currently in the stages of working on the streaming section and just finalizing it. Today I just polishing up the converters. I was actually able to increase the speed of everything of the converters by just using octrees to create the voxelized points from there. I've also got the file size down to 3 floats, which is really cool. Just by being able to pack them, the positions, colors, and normals into single floats. So, of course, there will be an extra float for the PBR pipeline. But right now, this is the point cloud side of things, and the first stage is basically it'll just load a PCD file, and you'll be able to view it using the standard Unity points. Well, you should be able to. There we go. And this is just a preview, so you can actually, this is a point cloud I generated in MeshLab from a triangle mesh. I think it's a Stanford Dragon or something. Basically, the options, the preview is just there so you can set the scale and decide whether it needs to be flipped on the XZ axis or YZ axis or the X axis. Sometimes when importing different point clouds in, they can be flipped. So this way you can just, before you get into the converting side of things, actually preview your model or mesh or point cloud or whatever is happening. And although it is set up to just stream, like render, convert PCD files for the point. This is just the point cloud section. The triangle mesh section is similar, but it's on just a different stage. But for point clouds, although it's set up for PCD, you'll be able to just provide a, if you want to do your own formats, just apply the point XYZ color and normal, and even your own PBR if you want to. But it'll just be for point clouds specifically. It will just be a set value for all of them. But you can adjust it on a per point basis. Or later on, it may create tools to be able to paint PBR in virtual reality or something. I'm not sure. But I'm just saying there's the options there so that you're not locked into the PCD format, which is from Point Cloud Library. It was just chosen because it was easiest to use, to be honest. But yeah, everyone has been asking for different formats. So after you've previewed everything, you can just get onto the conversion process. This is a, we'll just say a 1 meter cube. So the first stage, it'll just split the entire world up into cubes, up to 1 kilometer cubed. So, and that's that done. But on a larger model, it'll take a few extra seconds. I haven't actually done it on a really big model, but it's just putting it all into an octree and then saving each cube. The third section is where it's being converted into my format, and it takes a little bit longer at the moment because it's generating the LODs as well. So it's really just putting it into another octree and doing different resolutions from 1024 down to 0, but I'm deciding whether or not to allow you to set it at, say, 256 resolution manually, just like so you can decide how deep you want to go. So it's relatively quick, reasonable, much better than it was, and then you can just come over to the rendering side of things. I've already set it up here, and just press play. And right now the streaming system is in, so that's just streamed in. If you come in, what I might do is for coming up close, as I've seen, like this is really helpful, doing the dynamic voxelation on the compute shader, drawing these cubes out of points. While it is effective at removing noise, when you get up close, it doesn't become solid. So what I may do for the up close is just send those points directly to the draw procedural and create actual cubes. As you see, we've got quite a bit of frame rate to play with, so there is a hit going back to the CPU side, but yeah, maybe just the best way to do that. Anyway, yes, actually I should. Right now, the LOD is the up close is 1024. That's a 1024 resolution, but what I may do is extend it out, and this is a 1 meter. That's a 1 meter cube, so you won't ever really. I don't think in most cases you'd never be this close to it anyway. But yeah, so I still have to get the streaming worked out a lot better, because it is working, but right now it's being all updated. The entire all the octants are being updated every time you move 1 meter, but that's not necessary. Only the closest objects really should be updated every time you move. As you get further away, that's less important and doesn't need to be done. So I'm going to try and separate each. Don't know what to call them, but octants. Basically, it's kind of like a ripple thing that goes out, and yeah. So basically, I just change it so it'll just update each ripple or whatever individually, so it can sort of like have a staggered update where things closer are more important, so it should be updated more regularly. Okay, so that's just a quick overview of where it's at. Don't really know what else to say right now, but yeah, they got a trim threshold, so basically, as it's doing the conversion, if there's an area with less than, sometimes you get noise in a point cloud. If there's less than this value, it will just ignore those points, and it actually works really well, because I did a small test on a messy cloud that a friend of mine gave me. It's still a good scan, but it did have a lot of noise in it, and this was able to just completely remove all the noise. So yeah, it was really, really handy. Anyway, I'm hoping it will be out the door this week. There's not really much more to do with it. Obviously, there are improvements going to come down the line, as I don't know. I suppose if people are interested in this render at all, there's quite a few people that have contacted me about it, and I'm very thankful for everyone who's subscribed and been interested and followed along. It's been really nice and encouraging, and for those who have supported me so far financially on the by buying my last point cloud engine, I really, really appreciate that as well. It made a big difference. Okay, well, I wish you all a great week, and hopefully we'll have more to show this week, and thanks. Bye.